The truth of the fence setback reductions in Paradise Valley. Hi, I am Julie Pace, your council member and former vice mayor, and I'm running to serve you as your next Paradise Valley mayor to continue preserving our quality of life for residential living. On June 28, 2022, my opponent misled the public about his position supporting the fence setback reductions. He expressly denied ever supporting the fence setback reductions, and he claims that the town staff never even proposed this major change to 14 miles of Paradise Valley roads. I'd like to set the record straight and share information, all verified by the public records and hearings on this important topic. Let's listen in to exactly what the mayor said on June 28, 2022, and then compare it to the facts from the public records and numerous public meetings.
There's never been a proposal to reduce setbacks while I'm the mayor. There's nothing up for a vote. There's never been a vote taken to reduce any setbacks.
Revisionist history by our current mayor? You be the judge. Despite what the mayor represented to the public, the proposal actually was considered by both the Town Planning Commission in 9 meetings and by the Town Council. This is an example of why this election matters, especially with up to 6 resort development projects on the horizon. We need straight talk to residents and transparency, and not confusion or smoke and mirrors. We have a beautiful community, and we need to preserve the town we all love. Our town's planning commission had 9 meetings on the fence setback reduction proposal. The town staff recommended the reduction in fence setbacks and provided the planning commission and the public 2 tables regarding the proposal. The table prepared by town staff clearly shows that the staff proposal recommended a reduction from 20 feet to 10 feet for view and combination fences. It is healthy to debate items on the merits and consider proposals. Resident input and dialogue helps planning commissioners and elected officials consider and determine potential solutions. The second table, prepared by town staff, shows the 14 miles of roads where the views and ambiance of open space would be adversely impacted by this proposal. It is not just major roads like Lincoln and Tatum, but as you can see on the table, roads like Invergordon, Jackrabbit, Stanford, Palo Christi, Mockingbird, McDonald Drive, and more. After the Planning Commission had 9 meetings in 2021 on this issue, on October 5th, the commissioners voted unanimously 7-0 to oppose the proposal for a reduction in fence setbacks. In the minutes, the planning commissioner said, if the change were made, it would be impossible to undo. Another commissioner said, the original goal of the existing ordinance is to create openness as well as attractive, safe streetscapes. The town staff setback reduction proposal, unanimously rejected by the Planning Commission, was then presented to the Town Council. That was the next step. At the November 4th, 2021 Town Council meeting, our mayor and some council members did not agree with the Planning Commission and instead wanted to move forward to reduce the fence setbacks on the 14 miles of roads.
So, just for simplicity's sake, I heard very clearly from 3 and I think maybe 4 or 5 supportive of the staff recommendation, and I am as well.
At the council meeting, council members Ellen Andine and myself strongly opposed the fence setback reduction because it would reduce open space and it was contrary to the town's general plan. The mayor had his votes to win the issue to reduce setbacks. He then proceeded to fast-track the vote to reduce setbacks without the normal 2 additional study sessions and then an action item at 1 council meeting. He wanted to fast-track the approval process and pass it into town code at our very next council meeting on November 18th. And he did not agree to send notices to affected residents.
In our first study session, And I think we'd be poised to have another study session and then action, as we typically do at a future meeting, and have it in one meeting rather than continual meetings on something I think we spent a lot of time on. And actually, this is our third study session, because we started started off with a study session before handing it off to the Planning Commission. So if that's acceptable, that would be my plan. When this is brought back, and I think it's probably prepared for action, respectfully, if the council doesn't object, just to move forward with this.
I sounded the alarm as we needed resident input on such an important issue. I wrote an article on November 11th, 2021 that was published in the Paradise Valley Independent called "Keep Current Open Space in Paradise Valley," and encouraged resident input by writing the town council. Many residents wrote to oppose the fence setback reduction. They did not want the tunneling effect on our roads. One resident wrote, "It would turn Paradise Valley into Paradise Alley." Residents wanted the open space to remain open space. The mayor did attack me for bringing this issue to the residents' attention, and he wrote a rebuttal, but failed to address any of the merits as to why he was advocating for the fence setback reductions on 14 miles of our town's roads. And his article discouraged people from writing to elected officials. I led the efforts to get resident input. The residents on the 14 miles of roads that would be affected had not received notices, and the town had not solicited their input. Behind the scenes, many residents and former mayors talked to our current mayor and discouraged him from forging ahead with approving the setback reductions. Residents correctly noted that once we make this change as a town and give this land away, it is permanent. Eventually, the efforts by town residents and me and others got the proposal tabled for a period of time, but we understand the mayor wants to bring the proposal back after the upcoming election. This video started with the mayor's June 28th quotes denying that he ever supported a reduction in fence setbacks, and he claimed no staff proposal ever supported it either. The public record very clearly shows that the mayor is being disingenuous about his position and the town staff's recommendation. Why is the mayor being untruthful to residents? I cannot answer that question, other than the setback reductions were unpopular with residents and he wants to win a third term. Poor policies are bad enough, but purposeful dishonesty is another thing altogether. Paradise Valley deserves leadership that respects you enough to be honest with you, to be transparent, to champion good ideas and fight against bad ones, and to listen to your needs. I am the person who will do so, and I commit to these goals. 2 terms is enough for our current mayor, or any mayor, and it is time for a refresh. With up to 6 resort redevelopment projects on the horizon, and overdevelopment issues and commercialization of residences occurring, this is a tipping point for our town, and this is a critical election. I respectfully request you vote Julie Pace for mayor by August 2nd. I will work diligently with my peers and residents to preserve Paradise Valley and make decisions in the best interests of the town. I believe in resident input, especially on matters that could change the character of our town. I respectfully ask for your vote so we can keep the paradise in Paradise Valley. Please learn more at paceforpv.com. Thank you and have a great day.